Hey guys, so I wasn't gonna make a video about this, but I decided to anyways. So Donald Trump made some comments, and the media is going crazy about it. And at first, I thought it was just no big deal, but the more I thought about it, kind of the more perhaps angry you could say I got about it. So it was a video about Donald Trump, something like 11 years ago. He made some comments. He was talking about women. He said something along the lines of kissing women without asking for permission. And he said something along the lines of grab women by their pussies. And just like the media went crazy, and then they hammered him about it during the second presidential debates. And it was this big whole thing. And so here's what I had to say about that. If I didn't do things like that, such as being aggressive and kissing women without asking for permission, if I didn't do those things, I would be a virgin. I would still be a virgin. Okay, and there's a context for these type of things. If you're alone with a girl in her bedroom or your bedroom, let's say, and she's sitting on your lap and she has her arms around you and things like that, it might be appropriate to kiss her without asking. It might be appropriate to touch her, right? I did these things as when I was chasing women. Um, I don't do that anymore. I'm a MGTOW monk. But this is just very normal behavior that happens all the time. It happens at bars and clubs. It happens, when guys take women home after meeting them at these are just things that happen normally. It happens on college campuses. Why is this a big deal, right? And there's another thing that no one seems to be talking about, the fact that after Donald Trump made these comments, he got off the bus and a woman in a purple dress, the skin tight purple dress, came up to Donald Trump and the other guy that Donald was talking to, and they had a normal conversation. They laughed, they talked, they got indoors, and they did whatever, just perfectly normal talking. So where's the videotape of Donald Trump going around groping random women on the streets? I haven't seen this video, right? That's not what he's doing. So this whole thing is, and the worst part is all the Republicans and all the men who go out of their way to denounce Donald Trump. And what they're doing is they're virtue signaling. They're taking this opportunity to basically signal to the rest of the world, oh, I'm so virtuous. I love women. I would never harass women. I would never, assault women. Blah blah blah. When you know that when a lot of these guys who are the loudest about denouncing Trump, yeah, a lot of those guys are cheating on their wives. A lot of those guys are probably seeing prostitutes. So if, the guys who are denouncing Trump the loudest, they probably have something to hide, and that's why they're so vocal about it. Whether it's Ted Cruz or all these other guys who are denouncing Trump. And of course, this is really just a broader, this is really part of a broader feminist and gynocentric movement. I was listening to this other podcast who says, oh, it's so obvious Donald Trump hates women. Donald Trump said mean things about Rosie O'Donnell and said mean things about Megyn Kelly, and now there's this videotape that just came out. Oh, Donald Trump, he's a thug, and he's a this, and he's a that, and he hates women. I don't think he hates women. I think he loves women. He loves these sort of blonde, bombshell, model-looking women. It's obvious he loves women. Where's this idea he hates women? Where's that coming from? Okay, that's coming from a feminist agenda, a gynocentric agenda to basically demasculate men, okay, and to empower female whims, because it's basically to put all the risk and responsibility on the man and empower the woman to basically make any kind of accusation that she wants. So if you do these things, even when women give you signals that they want it, she can turn around the next day or whatever and say you raped her or you know, sexually assaulted her. That's why feminists are working so hard to expand the definition of rape so that more and more men are basically quote unquote guilty, even though they haven't done anything wrong. And I've talked about women in previous videos where they give you mixed signals. So sometimes women they'll put their hand on your shoulder, they'll put your hand on your thigh, they'll laugh at your jokes, they'll smile at you, twirl their hair, and you think these are positive signals, right? But then women will mix in negative signals, like they'll resist you, they'll pull back, and things like that. And the reason they give you mixed signals is, I mean, one of the reasons is to just is to put all the risk on the man. And I talked about this in the previous videos where the idea of women giving consent is very fluid. A woman can withdraw consent without telling you. Women will give you mixed signals. Women will, you know, change her mind the next morning and claim that you raped her. All this stuff that MGTOW know about. And this is really just part of the whole trend. Oh, he's a misogynist. He hates women. He's a thug. Blah blah blah. That's normal heterosexual men talk like this. Obviously, not all men talk like this. Obviously, you could say that these comments are distasteful. And yes, if you were running for president, you probably shouldn't make these comments. I agree, they're distasteful. But they were made 11 years ago. It is locker room banter. Trump he didn't know he was going to run for president 11 years ago. And we're at the point where if you brush past a woman on a crowded subway, she can take you to court for rape. And this has happened already, and you'll spend tremendous amount of time and money proving that you're innocent, and even though there's videotape evidence that you're innocent. So don't listen to this whole thing that, oh, he's a misogynist, he hates women, blah blah blah. He's a freaking multimillionaire. I think he's a billionaire. He's famous. Okay, he's a real estate billionaire. He's a reality TV star. How do you expect him to behave, right? Most men in their position would behave that way, and in fact he was very polite to the woman after she got off the bus. So this whole thing is just this whole thing really is a distraction, right? It's a distraction. It's a media circus. The real issues the media won't talk about, whether it's you know, Hillary Clinton and Benghazi and how she, you know, stole billions of dollars from the Haitian charities, and how she did all these awful things, he and Bill Clinton. It's all a distraction to get you off of the real topics. So anyways, that was just my thoughts on this matter. Thanks for listening.